So I did find a little paper for us to do. So we're going to do a few tasks tonight that are going to be a little different, and we'll probably do a few things that will be the same. So the first thing that I want you to do is I want you to go find 5 new people that you are going to add to your Hot 20 list. Now, I know that some of you, if you're not on my direct team, you don't know what a Hot 20 list is. And so I'm not going to take the time to explain that in depth, but I will send the training video into the Q Mafia page that I do. But basically for now, what you can do is just start a little note section in your phone where you're going to put these people's profile links. Okay, this is my Hot 20 list. A very quick explanation is this is a list I keep in my note section on my phone with people's Instagram profile links that I specifically engage with because I want them to join my team. Okay, so what I want you to do is I want you to find 5 people that you're going to add to this list. Now, how I go about doing this is I use hashtags. So I would go into a hashtag like, let's see, entrepreneur. Like maybe I'm going to go look today in women entrepreneurs. So I pull up the hashtag, and then all of these are going to be in here. I always click recents. Sometimes the posts that show up under top are super, super old and not relevant. And it always looks very weird if you're liking people's posts from like 5 years ago. So I always go onto recents. Oh, look who it is. Look who that is. That's Katie Williams. So I click on recents and I start scrolling through these pictures and looking for someone's account that I connect with, okay? So I found this girl. I'm going to just browse at her profile real fast. Be like, she looks cute. She does already do network marketing because she says all you need is Wi-Fi and a dream. So I may or may not add her to my list. I'm going to like her stuff just because I'm doing this with you guys to show you. If I end up wanting to add her to my list, I'm going to do my engagement, which I told you guys how I do that last week. I go down and I like at least 9 of their pictures. I leave a comment on 1. My comments, you guys, very just kind of random. Like she has a picture of food and it looks like chicken nuggets. So I literally put, wow, this looks so yummy. And then I'm going to watch her story and I'm going to interact with something in her story. She posts a lot of product pictures. So sometimes that's hard. But like this, she looks real cute. So I literally am going to put the fire reaction and that's going to send into her inbox. Okay. Now what I would do is at the top of her profile right here, there's 3 little dots. You can click those dots and you can copy profile URL. So I would copy that profile URL and I'm going to add it to my Hot 20 list. Paste. And what you end up with is this list of links so that when it's time to do some quick engagement on the gram with people that you want to join your team, you can just click on a link and use my engagement. Like 9, comment on 1, interact with a story. Then you go back to your list, click the link. Like 9, comment on 1, react to a story. Over and over and over again. Having this list in your phone of people that you really want on your team, I swear to you, it'll make your life easier because I could interact with all of these profiles, I kid you not, in probably 7 minutes. Okay, when you're using a good system. So what I want you to do is pick a hashtag and let's go ahead and have you find 5 profiles that can you hear my kids screaming? They're all alive, I promise. 5 profiles of people that you like or you think you would want to at least like engage with a little bit to see if what they're doing. Interact with them. Copy their profile URL and add them to that Hot 20 list. And again, I will send you the full training call after this into Q Mafia. a little side tip that I'm thinking of as I'm doing this. Make sure, wow, hey everybody, all of these have sound. Make sure that you're using hashtags that you connect with, right? Like I would not go onto a hashtag that says hashtag lawyer moms because I'm not a lawyer. That would not make sense. So even if I went and engaged with this person, we don't have anything in common, right? I probably also wouldn't do the same thing for like hashtag Florida moms because your girl's from California. Like use a hashtag that you're going to connect with. If you have a specific niche, right? I would try and use hashtags for that niche, right? Like that's why I put women entrepreneurs as the hashtag that I'm looking at because my very specific niche on Instagram is helping women start businesses on the gram. Now we have other people on our team whose niches, like Rachel might look into like moms of faith as a hashtag or homeschool mom. Let's see. Becca might look at a hashtag like hashtag women of New York, hashtag city life, hashtag, honestly, you probably could even go to hashtag sex in the city and it would probably pull up people using that hashtag too. Just use hashtags that connect to your niche.
Hey, Mandy, do you follow them?
Yes, go ahead.
Sorry. Do you follow them as well when you initially put them to your Hot 20?
That is like such a preference thing. I don't follow people who don't follow me back. And very specifically because if I'm following them and they're not following me back, they're not seeing any of my content. Now, sometimes I will follow them, but most of the time what I have found, if you are going and you're kind of making a scene, you guys. When you go and you do that engagement, you like 9 posts, you comment on one, you react to their story, like it's going to be probably not common that they just overlook you. They're going to at least come and look at your profile and pretty much decide whether or not they want to follow you. Most of the time, the people who are on my Hot 20 list, if I engage with them like 1 or 2 times, they usually start following me. But you can follow people. It's totally up to you.
Okay. And on a side note, do you have a training that you've recorded on making your Instagram more appealing?
I do. I have an Instagram training. I think I posted it into the Q Mafia page. So if you go on Q Mafia under albums, there is recorded trainings. And the most recent one is Instagram training. And I kind of go into like niches, stuff to be putting on your Instagram, hashtags, things like that.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Hey, Mandy.
Hi.
Hi, where is your Q Mafia page?
So Q Mafia is anybody who's underneath Casey and me.
Oh, okay.
Because it's much larger.
Okay.
Are you underneath Casey somewhere?
No, I'm under Cameron.
Oh yeah, you're underneath Casey because Cam is underneath Casey.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure.
So I'll add you, or actually, let me just figure out how to get the link to that page.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, so just a couple more minutes with those profiles, and then we're going to go to the next thing. Okay, I'm going to drop the link for Q Mafia in the chat. It's in there, so you should be able to click that link and then just request to join. Okay. So the next thing that we're going to do is we are going to start 5 new conversations or send 5 new messages. Now you can do this from a couple places. Places that I send reach outs from are my posts and my story viewers. So if I were you, it might be easiest just to pick like one of your most recent posts on the business. So like for me, this was my most recent post on the business. There's 121 people here who have liked it. So for me, when I'm actually doing like a chunk of IPA, I would come up with a message and pretty much go down this list and voice memo each of those people who have liked my posts. I feel like it's a really organized way to do reach outs in one area at a time. So I usually either pick a post or I go into my Instagram story viewers. I try not to hop around too much because honestly, it just ends up wasting a lot of time. So pick a post, pick an Instagram story, and then send a message. My examples for this for a post would be, hey, Emily, I noticed that you liked my post the other day that I shared about my business and the income that I've been able to make from that. I'm not sure if you've ever seen anything else I've shared, but I would love to get you some information. It may or may not be for you. That's totally okay, but I'd love to talk. So I'm excited to hear back from you. Something along those lines. That was a rough one. And then from Instagram stories, Carolina's reels popping up on my homepage. And then from my Instagram stories, if you don't know where to find that, you can click on your stories. And in the very bottom left hand corner, there's a little I button. And then it pulls up to all of your viewers. I would send a message in here that says something like, hey, Amelia, happy Friday. I wanted to send you a message because I noticed that you'd been watching some of my Instagram stories. I'm not sure if you've ever seen anything I've shared about my new hemp and health company, but I would love to send you some info. May or may not be for you. That's totally okay either way, but I'd love to chit chat a little bit. So I'm excited to hear back from you. Something like that. Voice memos, voice memos, voice memos. Am I pronouncing it right? Keela? Or did I just totally murder
Yeah,
it?
no, it's Keela.
Keela, do you mean like a recording of me saying that?
Yeah, well, what you're recording right now, can I go back because I can't write fast enough? I'm
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, here,
I'm like,
type it out. I'll type it out in the chat.
okay, well, because I like how you just said it. It's very simple. And so I like just how you scripted it. And that's
Yeah.
always kind of one of the problems I run into, just keeping it simple and short like that,
It is hard.
especially on Instagram.
Especially when you get nervous too. I will be totally honest with you. Sometimes I totally mess that up and I record it like 4 times before I actually send it because I want
Yeah.
it to sound perfect. But I always try and sound casual. That's like my
Yeah.
biggest tip. Sound casual. So I'll type out exactly what I said word for word. And
Cool. That's so helpful. Thank you.
so also on this, I usually don't ask a question at the end. That's one of the things Katie Williams, if you haven't watched the training from last night with Katie Williams, you should. She did a training on Zoom. I have no idea where the recording's at, but Casey probably knows. Casey should have it because it was on her Zoom. She talked about how she doesn't ask questions at the end. She just kind of assumes that people are going to talk to her. So
Mhm.
that's why I always end with, I'm excited to hear back from you, rather than being like, can I send you some info? I feel
Yeah.
like it sounds a little bit more desperate, like, hey, please let me send you some information, versus just saying like, I'd love to send you some info, so I'm excited to hear back from you, kind of assuming that they're going to message you back.
Yeah. No, that's perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hey, Mandy, could you put that in the group chat?
Yeah, which one?
Whatever your script that you just sent to Keela.
Yes.
Thank you.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought it sent to everyone.
I think it's just between me and you, actually, because I didn't
I
see
just
anybody
sent
else
it again.
message there.
I'm sorry, guys. I thought I sent it to everyone. All right, we're gonna do about 5 more minutes of sending messages to either, sending messages out, and then we're gonna move to the next thing.
Hey, Mandy, I had a question.
Yeah.
After you go to the person's profile, after you reacted to a story, how long do you wait until you send a voice memo to them?
So I wait for them to come to my stuff. So this is
Okay.
where it's kind of like a little bit playing hard to get because I don't really do cold messages. I'm not against cold messages. I know there are some people in network marketing who do really well with that. I don't. I've never been able to sign someone up from cold messages. So I wait for them to either come watch my stories or come like one of my posts, and then I reach out to them. So all of the reach outs that I do are from stories and post interactions. Or like
Okay.
if someone likes a poll, we're going to do a poll in a minute.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, so the next thing that we're going to do is we are going to share about our op call tomorrow. So if you didn't know, we have an op call tomorrow with Jenna Tomer and Casey Wheeler. Casey is a platinum, making like $15,000 a month. Jenna Tomer is emerald, making like $65,000 a month. It's absolutely bonkers. So does everybody have that op call graphic? Yes. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to put up some kind of a story. Now, some of you may have already done this. If you're on my specific team, you may have, because I told you guys to do this morning. But I want you to put up some kind of a story. It either can be you talking, like mine from today is me talking a little bit. I shared this quote. It says, "The thing about hard work is that you don't see any results for a long time. Then you see the results all at once and people think you're an overnight success." And then I just did kind of like a little story of me talking about that. And at the very end, I invited people to the op call. I put the op call graphic up and then I did a little swipe for an invite thing. Okay. So you don't have to be talking because I know we're like doing this right now, unless you want to turn your camera off. And I know sometimes it's awkward with people watching you, unless you want to turn your camera off and do like a little Instagram face story. Otherwise, you could just put up some kind of a little graphic, like where you type on your Instagram story, you go to create right here. My room's messy. And then you can create like a little word. Like you could say something like, wow, I've just been so blown away. Like write a little post up, something, and then be like, you guys have to come listen to this presentation tomorrow night. Like whatever you want to do, put up something that has an interactive poll, either a voting poll or a swiping poll or something like that, so that people can vote. And then you can message the people who sent votes tomorrow. So you're not going to be messaging anybody for this right now, but you'll message them tomorrow after they've had time to vote in your poll. If you already did this earlier today on my team and you have people who have voted or swiped, then I would be sending them a voice memo that says, hey, well, first you need to get the op call info, but send them a voice memo that says, hey, I saw you voted in my poll about the presentation that's happening tomorrow. So excited for you to come watch. These women are literally insane. I'm going to drop you the Zoom info below. Does that sound good? And then they'll either reply back or ghost you, and then drop the Zoom info for the call. Always follow up with people the morning of a presentation and an hour before the presentation. So what I do to help cut down on people ghosting me is I message them that morning and I say, hey, so excited, just wanted to check in and see if you were still going to be able to hop on that call tonight. And then if they say yes, I'm like, great, I'm going to remind you an hour before it starts, just in case, because I know life gets busy. And then usually we have graphics, right, that have the little call info. And so then an hour before the call, I'll send them another message and be like, hey, just reminding you that it starts in an hour. Can't wait to see you there. And then sometimes I'll make a joke, like I'm going to be in my mom bun and my sweatpants, something like that. But making 2 touches the day of, that way you're less likely to get ghosted. Honestly, I have found a lot of times people just forget, to be honest. They're like, oh shoot, there was that call at 6 o'clock and I didn't get on. It's not their job yet, right, to be on that call. So as many reminders as possible without being annoying.
Mandy, what is your Instagram? I don't know if I'm following you on there. I was looking it up, but I think I might be. I'm not sure.
I am at raising underscore, I'm going to type it in the chat box, raising underscore crazies with a K.
Oh. At raising. Okay. Let me take a look.
Does anybody else have questions while we give a couple more minutes for that poll? Oh, so on my slide, so I did a sliding one and I said slide for an invite, or you can put a poll up that says invite me, I'd like more info, or something like that. Okay, so the next thing we're gonna do is gonna be something that you can't necessarily do right now on the call. And this is not gonna feel like work, but it is. We're gonna take 5 minutes and I want you guys to go to the Reels section on your Instagram. Okay, so on Instagram, there's the little search thing right here. And when you pull that up, it takes you to a homepage that populates a bunch of random things, but you can find a reel on here. Oops, where'd mine go? It'll show you reels. Nope, that's not reels. Reels. So it'll show you a reel. If you click on this, you can start swiping through. My Wi-Fi is horrible. You can start swiping through reels, okay? We're going to take 5 minutes. I want you to be listening to these audios, and I want you to find an audio that you're going to make a reel with tomorrow, okay? I really want to see these. So make your reels and then send them to me on Instagram, and I'll like and comment on all of them. But I want you guys to make a reel tomorrow. You're going to make a reel. It's either going to be really terrible because it's going to be your first one, but you're going to step outside your comfort zone and do it anyways, or it's going to be super awesome and we're all going to copy you. But I want you to find, this is what I do. I literally will scroll through these reels and I'll find a sound clip that I like. If you already have them, find another one and save it. When you find an audio that you like, at the bottom, it shows you the audio. You can click on it. It'll take you to a page that looks like this. This page shows you every video that has been made with that audio. And you can actually click Save Audio. You're going to click Save Audio. When you go to use this, okay, this is how I access mine. I go where I would like create a story. I click down here to Reels. There's a button over here that says Audio. You can click on audio and there's a section to find your saved audios. Okay. I want you guys to just find an audio that you like and save it to your phone. Also, it's okay if you find multiple that you like and you save multiple. Does anybody have any questions about Reels for the last 2 minutes? Okay. I'm excited to see them. We actually have a Boost Reels chat. If you guys would like in that, it's on Instagram. I don't actually know how to add that link because I'm not technologically savvy like that. But if you want in that and you want to just drop me your Instagram handles, I can invite you. Carolina, I think you're in it. Nope, added you. Beth, I got you. Becca, I got you. Hello.
Hey, am I picking up Panda or what?
Yes, please. That's why I texted you it.
Okay, I wasn't sure.
Oh, okay.
'Cause you never mentioned Panda at all.
Shoot. At Terry _ Terry, I got you. Audrey, I got you. McKenna, I'll add you now. Cassandra, I got you. Leanna, I got you. Oh. Victoria, I got you. Okay.
Mandy,
Yes.
I'm probably the oldest one in the whole group, and it's going to show right here when I say this. What would you like in the content of the reels? Because this is going to be my coming out reel.
Oh, okay. So for the content of your reel, it kind of can be anything. Like if you've never done a reel before, I would maybe just do a fun one. Like just pick something fun and random, like copy other people. You know what I mean? That's what I love about reels is literally just people after people after people copying each other. That's really what it is. So if I were you and you've never done a reel before, I would maybe find an easy one and just copy exactly what the person that you saw did. That's what I would do. If you need ideas like for different things to do, a lot of mine are business focused because that's more of my niche anyways. So you could kind of go look at some of the things that I've done. Like I did this one. This is just like a funny sound clip, but this is the one I did the other day.
Grab my hand. Now we wait. We wait for that. Now we go. Keep holding my hand. Keep holding my hand.
And I just added captions that were
Grab my
businessy.
hand.
Like my caption says, "Me teaching you real systems for creating momentum in your social sales
Grab my hand.
business." And then it says,
Now we wait.
"Me continuing to coach you through the massive momentum we created in your social sales business." Like you can really do whatever you want with them. I would just do a fun one the first time.
Okay.
And then Cassie will open it in a minute, okay? Just a couple more minutes. Okay, so for the last about 10 or so minutes, we're going to do follow-up messages, okay? So some of my favorite follow-up messages are really simple, like, "Hey, did you get that last message?" with a finger that points up and a heart emoji. That's what I send to a lot of people. There's also a message that says, I'll type it out because this one's a little bit longer, but it says, "Hey, just wanted to double check if you got that last message I sent. I know life is crazy busy. I'm the queen of opening messages and forgetting to respond. Something like that. We're going to send this to people for about 10 minutes. Just follow up. If you don't keep a potentials list, I would highly recommend it. I just keep a notes section in my phone with all the potentials that I'm talking to. That way I can go through and just go specifically to their messages and check in. If they have not read my message, or if they've read my message, I am going to follow up and be like, hey, did you get that last message? I'm also going to engage on their content. So I will click onto their profile and I will like 9 of their pictures, comment on 1, interact with their stories.
Is there a reason that you like 9 of their pictures? Because that seems like sometimes you're going way back.
Yes, because I want to make a statement. So when you pull up your Instagram like notifications, it shows you like 1, 2, like when you just open it up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 things pop up right there. I want people to be like, whoa, every single one of these notifications is at Raising Crazies, because I want to catch their attention. If you just like one of their things, like it's going to blend in with all of those other notifications. But if you do a big block of them, it's very obvious. Like, whoa, she liked 9 things, she commented 1, and she's in my inbox. I don't beat around the bush.
Of hearing, and 85% of the video content on the internet is watched without sound, which are 2 reasons you should use the new closed caption.
Oh, are you? Oh, I felt like every.
Don't even worry. Don't even worry. But yeah, I have a bunch of stuff on there, you guys. You can like get some ideas. But let's follow up. The other thing I was gonna, oh, I'm sorry, I forgot I wasn't muted. The other thing I was gonna say is when I'm following up with people, I switch the way that I follow up. So if my last message was a written message, I'm gonna follow up with a voice clip. If my last message was a voice clip, this time I'm gonna follow up with a written message.
Mandy,
Yes.
I got distracted. I forgot what we were doing.
I love your honesty. We are following up. We are sending
Okay.
follow-up messages.
Okay, that's right. Okay, that's good. I followed up with almost everybody today, but okay, that's good. I really
Okay.
did. It was like,
And if you already followed up with them, I would just fill your time with new messages to people. I am just really looking cute for you guys today. There's like actually a filter on my Zoom on top of this, and I still look like this. So I just feel like that's a lot.
wait, Zoom has filters?
Sure does. Catfish, because I look about 12 times worse than what this looked like right now. Okay, so my last few tips on following up, only follow up 2 times because we ain't thirsty here. If people are still not responding to you after 2 times, I take them off my list, to be honest. I feel like, first of all, I think it's just straight up rude if people ghost you intentionally. Like, at least tell me you're not interested. I don't even want you on my team if you're gonna ghost me. Also, I feel like it's like mentally crappy constantly seeing names on your potentials list that have not responded to you multiple times and you've been trying to follow up with them forever. So I just take them off my list. Honestly, that's what I do for my mental health. I will stalk people for a little bit though on social media. Like this one girl, she literally has sign up instructions and is not signing up. So I just stalked her Instagram stories and asked her questions about what she was posting about because she hasn't responded back to me. The last thing that I wanted to end on, I would love to hear if any of you guys have been using some stuff that's working for you that you feel like you're willing to share, like any tips. Anything that's been working, a message that's worked for you, a post that went well. Oh yeah, Carolina, for the love, will you unmute yourself and just share a little bit about what you've been doing?
You crack me up. Okay, so what I started doing was I started introducing myself to everyone that that we're both following each other and that we both have not interacted with each other before. The only thing that I'm starting to run into is that sometimes I don't notice that they're already doing an online business. So I'm kind of like working on that myself. But I feel like that's how I've been able to start like new conversations.
You guys, if you follow anyone from this call, you should follow Carolina. She is at Unfiltered Mamas and she does a really awesome job. She's like focused so much into her Instagram marketing. She does an awesome job with reels. She's so consistent. She puts one up like almost every single day. And I'm telling you right now, what she's been doing is working because she's gotten me in at least 10 three-way chats just this week.
Oh, and another thing, sorry to add. So every single person that, since I've been doing reels, every single person that has liked my reels, I kind of go to their profile, kind of check them out and see if they have like around the same followers that I do or less. And then I just message them the same thing. I'm like, hi, thank you so much for liking my reels. This is my name. And then it's so nice if we can, I can't even talk. I'm like, I can't wait to get to know you. Can't wait to connect with you or something. And then most of the time, like that's how we have been able to start a conversation.
Carolina,
She's been doing a super good job. And then you guys,
sorry.
no, go ahead, go ahead.
Could you repeat her, or can
No.
she repeat her name on Instagram?
At Unfiltered Mamas. Let's see. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I said it backwards. Mama's Unfiltered. She dropped it into the chat. And you guys, she's been using, I know my team hears me say this all the time, but she's been using our screenshot system. If you have an upline, like I know a lot of you guys are in Casey's downline, I think she does this too. But the screenshot method is so helpful. She'll screenshot me and be like, okay, what should I say to this person? And then I tell her like exactly what to say word for word. And it's super, super helpful. Yes. Okay. Celine said Carolina's reels came up in her or like recommended reels thing. You guys. Last tip. And then I'm going to end this. Go follow Brock 11 Johnson on Instagram. Brock 11 Johnson. I just put it in the chat. Everything he says to do, do it. Just do it. He's like an Instagram genius. I started following him very recently. Like I honestly think within the last 6 months, and he only had 2,300 followers and he has over 100,000 followers now. He grows his Instagram mostly off of reels and he gives so much good advice. So go follow him. Anyways, thanks for coming to my last minute thrown together power. I hope you got some kind of value out of this. I will be more organized next Friday, same time on my Zoom. I will see you guys then, and I'll upload this recording this evening. Goodbye.